apparently I'm just here to do some healing, perhaps. It's hard to maintain that frequency forever here as in physical apertures. So that's why, thank God, we die. Our bodies break down and we say bye. You know, I hate to get into that. Why am I getting into that? Well, we might have a Scorpio thing going on that's kind of hidden. I'm sure there's an asteroid conjuncting something in Scorpio or something. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, and it's always doing something. It happens to be in Aquarius, which tells me and everybody that has Aquarius that humanity itself is going to undergo a complete, let's look at it with a microscope and just turn the lights on and clean out the closets and look at everybody's underwear. I mean, it's truth time. This is what I mean. It's truth time with the fixed signs, but the fixed signs themselves, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, are feeling that heaviness. Okay, a Leo has their own, it's an opposition. It's just as unique as the conjunction, I say, because it's the one time in the zodiac feel out of all the 360. So it's a test on how phony that humanity gets when it does get egotistical, which is the Leo side of the organism. Got to admit, I'm an Aquarius moon, and there's something about Leos that I kind of stay away from a little bit because of their egos. It's like, oh God, it's okay. So the sun, they think that they are sun ruled, and see, the sun has it seems to direct everything in the solar system anyway. There is a solar system, and it does have a surrounding audience, so that they're just hovering around, and it seems to be conducting, and it's a great provider. That's unmistakable. Leos are great providers as men. They're outstanding. If they get on the good side, they are just providing family with everything, no problem. They have pride in that. It makes them feel good. It brings talk about bringing joy to everybody. The sun does it. I mean, gosh, I don't have anything against it, but sometimes see the flip side of it can be just a little bit too overwhelming. They need to learn how to let other people breathe and give their space. Let space be there, and then let another planet exist. Don't you get too close to the sun. You know how it could be just one little belt or whatever. The darn thing is everything is obliterated. You have to have your own strong magnetic electrical field around these people. I mean, okay, so it's like, who's the narcissist of the zodiac? Leos. They take the cake. Otherwise, it's a competition with Pisces, believe it or not. Passive aggressive people, highly insecure, but that's all of humanity, babes. All of humanity has a tendency to be the southerly narcissist, who, it's just that we have minds that can be programmed to loop in negative thought patterning. The real problematic ones are doing it from, well, of course, way back in childhood, but they are, everybody's kind of doing this, but they've had extreme level of abuse, which is surprisingly a lot of people have had that, and they don't know. It could be even emotional, where they're following weird systems of religious values and stuff that are indeed the enemy's suggestion, and it's pure abuse. Psychological, physical, too, restraints, just a subtle form of saying no to everything and pretty much turning off the ability to learn anything correctly, or just ruin it, right? Take the sensitivity away, or take the subject matter away, or just too much of it, right? Okay, so leaving that, wrapping that up in a bow and setting it over there, how high are you? I'm making this video on the 28th of June, so I hope that I'm doing a little bit better. I plan on trying to progress through this foggy time called life here, from cradle to grave. How's your journey so far? Have you just gotten used to the fog? Or, I'm sorry, I'm talking about, like, in case you do feel the Neptunian aspect in the sky, which let me know. There is Saturn conjunct Neptune. That's the big thing for everybody. I thank God that we're all in it together. I because when it comes to Aries, the way it's resetting. See, Aries, the Aries people. I'm an Aries rising, 6 degrees, right on my ascendant. This Saturn Neptune thing is happening. I've tried to tell people, and oh, I can see through some things. See, the most dangerous thing that we can all be under the influence of, and even yeah, for sure, get whacked by, is the projector system. I call it the projector system. It's the system that is a projector system. See, they gave you your name, which like a lot of people change their names, and it's like, oh, whatever, it is programming, okay. So, but then yeah, that suggestion. So you can change your name. You can know your real life versus the life that they try to get on paper, and then see, wow, yeah, quite simply. See, that projector system is the one that starts to make you feel certain ways in because you're a mechanism, your mind, the way it is, like school, and the way that if you don't get the 2 plus 2 is 5 right, you get an F and you get set aside of the rest of the population, right, or the school, and you're called bad, right? And that's something to say there. And hi, how are you? It's minute 10. And how are you? Uh, how high are you? Anyway, I am just getting through it like everybody else. We're kind of muddling through it. It's surprising. I've found myself in times in my life like this where, well, it's just a transition time. This is the most difficult one. I mean, here I am 50, okay? So 50 for everybody. It's not just me here. Uh, we need to talk about this more, about this process that we're going through, because schools aren't telling you. They're not saying, and by the way, by 29 years old, creeping into 28, 29, you're going to be in the middle of a Saturn return, which is every 30 years that happens. We have every 14 years, we have a Pluto return or something like this, right? No, every 14 years. Well, no, see, we have a Uranus transit to look forward to too, and that's at how many? It takes 88 years for Uranus to go all the way through the zodiac. It takes, okay, your Mars transit. See, when a baby is born, they have their Mars born there in their chart, and then it's 2.5 years that it takes for Mars to return to their Mars, and that's the terrible twos. It's like a Mars. It's a very Martian time. They're trying to get into their bodies. They're getting pissed, and it's fucking divine. The divine discontent, the divine pissedness of the Aries type. The Mars in is ruled by Aries, and do not diss us, man. We are the ones that you watch on TV, whether it's a real life athlete doing something amazing or the superhero. It's always just the individual. It rules very individualistic people. They're realistic individuals. What I mean is independent, fiercely, but they're going through lesson of now realizing that no, we need a partner there for sure. That's their constant kind of um, realization, and they're perfectly capable of doing that. They make really good, fierce partners. They are loyal, very loyal, generous, full of energy. I don't see how you can miss your Aries partner if you've gone through one and you've taken them for granted. That's and 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 they left you or something, or you couldn't. Most likely, no. Whatever happened, you missed their energy. Okay. Anyway, God, me. Hi, how are you? Getting into this Venus trine that I'm having, it's great. But see, we're inching into a Venus conjunction that we will all feel. I will tell you, the date that happens here is the next month, or is it? No, it's right. Well, the conjunction to Uranus is at 29 degrees. That's a big thing for everybody. I would say stay open for a really amazing time, fantastic, very different. It could be, you could be like a disrupted by it. It could be very unpredictable and unusual, but you'll probably make a breakthrough. I say that the late degree Taurus trine, the trines, the Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, which is me. I have a 23. It's happening. Well, it's going to start happening, and by 29, it does still trine the 23. So anyway, it's good for money, I guess. You know, we might have an unpredictable thing happen. There should be something happening always in the favor of the human being, but I hate to tell you, but there just isn't. There is a hijacking system. I was trying to tell you about the projector system. Well, it's, there's many facets to this. So the powers that be, the people that build roads and your maze here as a organism, you just got to admit that you're in a freaking human maze. They know about astrology. They practice astrology to the T, and they won't show that to you. They don't show half the stuff that we should know. I mean, they've systematically taken it away slowly, but surely they've taken away all the things that we should have, higher learning tools and all. I'm telling you, I don't know if you know this, you guys, but I'm not here to like repeat what we've all heard 25 years ago. They're trying to help us out on the internet. Um, people will tell us the same thing as that. There's my cat back there, but anyway, that you've been lied to. You're deceived 100%. The world out there that you see, full of the people there, of course, the people, they aren't real. They are, oh God, there's a lot, but what are we doing? What's going on out there? Man, I think that because I live in Southern California, United States, though I think is the capital of the. I'm sorry, the the fat arse. I love you guys, but see, and I so the name of the game must be is to become a reservoir of reserves. That's why your arse is so fat. Sorry. So I'm just sound so fucking mean and just I went to the right. I'm supposed to not talk about that, I guess, or or I could go to jail. I love you guys. I love everybody. I do. I see just such a thing about humanity, human beings, the way we are. Getting back to Aquarius, and I'm an Aquarius moon. Even me, I'm trying to. No, I do. I've always have. Now, why am I getting like this? Is there a Mars thing? See, there is a Mars in Virgo, and that is going to continue on for all of us. It's going to continue to aggressively clean out and even alphabetize some problems and to uplift. It's going to alphabetize to uplift and begin to illuminate problems and then analyze it and start to weed out stuff. Mars is going to keep going here. Yeah, it's going to keep going all through July and into August. So, but the real cool thing to see is that by July 5th, we have Venus going into Gemini. I love that. I love it. It's going to sextile Saturn and Neptune. Neptune is going to start going backwards. Man, oh man, are we going to start looking into some stuff about humanity? And see, because Neptune is Mars ruled right now, and when that thing goes backwards, it's kind of like that something in with the Mars vibration is going backwards. And a lot of times when that happens, the aggression of the Mars vibration starts to recede and it begins to sit back and watch everybody else get aggression over things that they already worked out. And the Mars people are actually very frank. It's not always just war and anger. No, and why people pick on anger is like weird, unless it doesn't work for you. You know what I mean? Anger is what we use to get shit done, actually, like to really invent things in case we get sick and tired of it and we have to invent something better. we get a little angry and we frustrated, and then we make a breakthrough and we heat something up with the anger. That's the analogy of the kiln and it melting down, making the clay heat up to red, and then it's hard and now it's useful. I don't like when people pick on any emotions at all, really. You should let, that's what Aries is just the baby of the zodiac, and we're the firstborn. The Aries, it says I am, it's the firstborn. And it is the one that is opposite, that knows that emotions are our guidance system, and it's the leader, in other words. And that's the most intelligent thing we have till day one, till day done. And a lot of people abandon their emotions though, and they work a certain other way, and then their minds and their thoughts, and see the way that that triggers off in their what they've been programmed, starts to govern their emotional life, which is really strange to know and think of and experience, because it's like the root cause and reason why uh, the world, it can be such a rough place, and well, it's really people, people, right? Types of people, and it's like, well, what's the best way to think, Shauna? What do you think we should do? Back to higher learning tools. What happened to your higher learning tool of just getting into your body, let alone, why don't you guys play music together instead of it being so, what the hell is the school system doing over there? Where's your gardening going on? How come you guys don't know what dirt that all of you can do with that, and the sun can do for you? All of you. What the fuck? What is reality? What is reality?